Good evening and welcome to the Human Rights Campaign's annual Activist Roundtable, where tonight's topic is queer representation in writing. I'm Willie Johnson, and joining me tonight are some of literature's preeminent queer figures, whose careers span millennia. Directly to my right, 10th Muse and pioneer of lesbian canon, Sappho.
Where have I been carried by the wind? With anguish do I regard.
Playwright and wit, famously persecuted for his sexuality, Oscar Wilde.
Oh, it's an honor to be graced by my presence.
Beat poet Allen Ginsberg.
Thank you. Yes, I embody a mountain of homosexuality.
And I have the special pleasure tonight of introducing the author of both Harry Potter and a reasonably sized body of irrelevant work, J.K. Rowling.
Thank you for having me, but I prefer to be called the decider.
What?
I'll demonstrate. Sappho, gay. Oscar, straight. Alan, gay, but only after you die. Me, rich. And Willie, you're obviously gay with a name like that. Two dicks in such close proximity?
Thank you for that brazen display of misplaced authority and for that comment on my name. You're so unabashed about it, and that is exactly what we look for in an ally.
Well, I don't know about unabashed exactly. I do try for flagrant so that I alienate my fan base, but vague so that I rake in enough dough to put Wonder Bread out of business.
Okay, well, that brings me to my first question. How do you strike a balance between the desire to be honest and the risk of being ostracized for displays of homosexuality in your writing, but also your life?
Ah, yes, balance. As night and day, as God and mortal, as land and ocean.
What about you, Alan?
For me, there was no choice but to be honest about my sexuality. To censor my private feelings would have precluded real art.
I actually don't think it's about honesty so much. I mean, integrity to your art and beliefs, or bucks that put the deer overpopulation to shame. It seems like a fairly obvious choice.
You talk about integrity, but that means something different to everyone. What does integrity mean to you, and how has it influenced your work?
Sweet integrity, embittered by the blood of liars and cheaters.
Could you just answer the question?
Oh, right, yes. Well, my integrity was to my feelings and not to any specific truth. That shone through in my poetry, and it earned me respect.
Well, I just wrote what I wanted to write. As long as it helped me produce enough cheddar that the Carter administration would run out of caves.
That's an interesting point that you make. I know it was important for you, Oscar, to treat homosexuality with some discretion, but you still managed to incorporate it into your work. How?
Yes, I did, largely through euphemism. It was not only my discretion, however, that forbade overt homosexual displays of my work, but also the censorship process, which is for the benefit of gentlemen, but certainly not gentle.
Wait, I think I missed something. Are you saying you actually incorporated homosexuality into your work? Like, the stuff you're getting paid for?
Maybe it'd be best if we just...
Well, no wonder I'm richer than all of you. Thank God Neville didn't get into business.
You mean Dumbledore?
No, Neville. Didn't you know he was... pansexual? Yes, he and Dean Thomas had a passionate but primarily carnal love affair.
Excuse me, Dean Thomas?
You know, the token black character. I mean, not that I would know. I don't see color.
I actually think that's all that we have time for today. Thank you for joining me.
Hagrid was bi-curious.